said you were going to do Insta first.
I switched it up.
Keeping me awake, keeping me honest.
The Worst Talk Show is officially alive.
Hello, everybody.
I don't think anybody is actually on yet. Oh, Jimmy G is here. Jimmy, we still haven't watched Pen 15.
But we promise we will.
Maybe during the Snowmageddon, we'll do that. Sorry about that.
Isn't that what you said anyway? When hell freezes over?
No. I feel
Just
bad,
kidding,
though.
Jimmy
Jimmy was really passionate that we watched
Michael
Pen
Maloney's
15.
on.
Hey, Michael Maloney.
That's no baloney.
Vicky Salapande in the house. Jimmy, it's whatever. We'll get to it, I promise. It's been a busy couple of weeks since we first talked about that, which we will get to as well. So, Instagram and the Book of Face.
Wait a minute. Are you guys all set that it's Friday? Are you all messed up?
No.
Lewis Warren.
Nikki T punching in.
Here you go.
I love that Nikki T went right to the source when she was watching Book of Boba Fett and needed to figure out who the actress was playing a character. She took a screen grab of her television and texted me, and I was on it like a bonnet.
That's how to do it.
Yep.
We always knew it.
Now, Jimmy G says Yellow Jackets is more your thing. I am very excited to watch Yellow Jackets, and I hear the 90s playlist is amazing. And a mutual friend of ours, Jen Malone, is one of the music supervisors on that show, too. And I know that there's at least a Belly song on there, if not more, of stuff that we would love. So, very excited about that. Welcome to the Worst Talk Show.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, which means I'm in a much better mood, and that's all that matters.
Oh, is that? Oh, so that's what we call the peace dividend.
But Wednesday nights were no longer a viable option because I just have too much work to do during the week, and Fridays and Saturdays are kind of my days off right now. So that's what we're doing. Vicky says Geppetto is the Belly song featured in Yellow Jackets. Oh, thank you, Vicky. So we figured everybody's either drinking with Casey Riddles down at
Luca
tonight, getting ready for Snowmageddon, or you're on the couch.
Is that place on the second floor?
No, but Luca is. Lewis, here's to champagne problems. It's Friday. Hey, Joey Chang. Thanks for joining the old live stream action.
Is Joey able to join now that it's Friday? I mean, this is kind of...
I don't know. Maybe we'll get more people.
I dig it.
Everybody's, back from the store getting bread and milk.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Hey, Sean O'Brien's in the house. What do we really need when there's a snowstorm? Because growing up, it was always eggs, milk, and bread, which meant, obviously, French toast for days.
Eggs at my house, not so much.
My mom was adamant that we always had one thing in the house whenever a big snowstorm was coming, and that was brownies. Brownie mix needed to be in the house, more specifically the Ghirardelli brownie mix in later years, but my mom was adamant. Eric Pastana in the house.
How does Eric feel about brownies during a blizzard?
And corn, too. Sean says apparently celery.
I've got a bunch of celery, right? Didn't you get me some celery?
I did. I got you a huge thing of celery.
I've been really enjoying the celery lately with the peanut butter.
Yep.
Yes. No raisins. Let's not get nasty.
Listen, I'm very anti-raisin across the board, as you know.
Although I would eat that. It would be tasty.
Sean O'Brien says it took him 3 places to find celery today. That's how crazy people are. Is everybody making some big stoop? Is that what's happening? It's a soup and it's a stew, so it's a stoop.
It wasn't that far to
I totally mansplained that to you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, back in the day, a blizzard, you would stock up on canned goods and non-perishables because we all used to lose power a lot during snowstorms, but that doesn't happen as much anymore. Nikki T sides with me that raisins are indeed gross. Not a big fan of the raisins.
Yeah, I heard you.
So, Dave, why don't you update everybody on what's been going on with you?
Get raisins.
As of late. Oh, Vicky's going to make chili. That's also good on a blizzard.
I like green chili, Vicky. Chicken chili with the green sauce. Yeah. And the light
colored
colored
Why are you looking at me like I would ever make that? Ew. I don't do legumes.
And maybe we can put some raisins in there.
It was
Anyhow.
it was National Blueberry Pancake Day yesterday.
How come nobody
by the
told
way.
me?
Yeah. Or it might have been today, actually. The funny thing about blueberry pancakes, that's something you get really excited about when you're a kid until you discover there are chocolate chip pancakes and then blueberries are off
Listen,
the table.
I think the mistake is trying to use like fresh blueberries.
Yeah, that's not good.
You have to buy the small frozen wild blueberries. Wild blueberries are much smaller than the kind we get fresh at the store, and they are way more flavorful. They really do well in pies.
Flash freezing, is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
frozen, freezing, whatever.
The Pastanas are making lasagna tomorrow.
Lasagna, huh?
Excellent. Eric's a great cook. I love
Lewis, it doesn't matter
at
about
his
what
post.
season it is. I'm trying to get that through to you. The bottom line is you buy them frozen. Is it Wyeth? Is that the name? Is that the brand name? I highly recommend them. If you don't
Wyman.
like them,
It's Wyman, I think.
If you don't like them,
he's a big
I will
fan.
refund your purchase, and I will come to your house and take that bag from you.
Yeah, no, because Lewis doesn't live in
Oh,
the
I'll
same
find
state
him.
as we do. So a lot of stuff to watch, a lot of stuff to catch you guys up on. Friday night's the new night, at least for the foreseeable future. We're pretty excited about it. Dave, we finally got to the bottom of a couple things.
Okay,
happening
guys,
with
listen.
Dave.
Last week, you might not have been able to tell,
Captain Househat's here. Hi.
but I swore I was going to die last week.
It was bad.
So I couldn't breathe, couldn't catch my breath, hacking, coughing, barking.
Yeah. It sounded like a little kitty was living in his chest.
I was wheezing so badly, and so I thought I had, I didn't know if I had COVID. I didn't know.
Well, he thought he had bronchitis.
Bronchitis at the very least.
Denny White is here.
When you add that to like the weight I've gained since like Thanksgiving, all right, and this I have a sliding hiatal hernia, right?
So
Which
that's
pretty much
what he
means-
has. He
Right.
doesn't have the Rona.
So here's the deal. We knew about the other thing.
We knew about the hiatal hernia,
But
but
what we didn't know is the symptoms that it causes are the coughing,
yep. Wicked scratchy throat,
very super scratchy throat.
and it feels like your lungs are full of fluid.
Right.
However, he went to the
Went to the
PCP.
doctor.
Lungs are clear.
Nothing in my lungs
Yeah.
except air.
So it's a hiatal hernia. It's a bad hiatal hernia.
Yeah, but she upped my omeprazole, which is the antacid. And no, Lewis, I didn't get the Rona.
But we did get you some chloroseptic so you could
So
numb the back
I've
of your
been like
throat.
living on chloroseptic.
Yeah.
But since taking the omeprazole twice a day, it's totally helped me out.
Well, yeah, and he's actually been able to sleep a little bit.
Like no
which is good.
wheezing,
Yeah.
no coughing. It's amazing
Yeah.
that just taking another antacid has helped. Of course, I've changed what I eat a little bit, and Oh, I'm sorry.
Finally.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, you've been miserable and you've definitely been
Listen, just because you're
drugging yourself with pie.
you're born again fit.
I'm not born
Okay,
again
Yes,
fit.
you are. And everybody knows that people who are born again are insufferable.
Oh, okay. Yep. I run on the treadmill and Dave walks by the room and goes, meh. Keeps walking.
Be running up that road. Be running
Okay,
up that hill.
so we watched an amazing movie that kind of took us by surprise.
All right, it took you more by surprise.
It's a
but-
twist on a very old story, but we really liked it. It's Bob Odenkirk in the movie.
Nobody.
So if you want some action and a lot of gunshots
And it's
a lot
fun.
of blood and guts.
And there's some laughs. Yeah. There's a lot of gunplay.
Yeah, I think it's very smartly done.
It is.
It's
It is well done.
a little bit of a twist. I was very impressed, and RZA is in it from Wu-Tang.
RZA is.
Um,
He's. Look it. You mentioned that he's in it, but he's like
His voice is in it more than
way
anything
in the
else.
back.
They only had him for like 2 days to shoot, but it's great. And
Christopher Lloyd is in it.
No, we just talked about Christopher Lloyd being in The Tender Bar, which he was great in. Also great in this.
Yep.
And he's getting up there,
Retired
by the way.
FBI agent he plays.
Yeah.
The father of the main character.
And the main character is Bob Odenkirk, and he is what they call an auditor.
No, see, you're not supposed to tell people things.
Okay. All right, mister. I'm going to tell the entire plot and script of the movie right now.
Nice lipstick.
I'm just giving them a little... You don't like my lipstick? I haven't been able...
Oh, no. Go ahead, guys.
Listen.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
I haven't been able to wear any makeup on this show in months because we've been too busy and we haven't had any time. People love it when we fight, by the way. That's like a thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Great.
By the way,
here we go.
I think my lipstick
How about putting
is very nice.
Color? A little. It's all shimmer and no color.
I would have loved to put color lipstick on, but somebody was occupying the bathroom where all my makeup is.
I knew that was going to happen. Is that why your hair's not perfect? Because somebody had to take a dump? Didn't go all day?
Did I tell people that you were taking a dump?
I was slaving away all day.
Nikki T. Dave is picking on you. Love your lips. Thank you, Nikki. See?
Hey, Nikki. When I want an opinion, I'll give it to you.
We actually invite people to give their opinion on this show, so sorry. Moving on.
Shoot.
Ricky Powell. Does everybody know who Ricky Powell is? Homeboy, throw in the towel.
Your girl got by Ricky Powell.
Ricky Powell, often known as the fifth Beastie, because I think Mario C. was the fourth Beastie. Anyway, Ricky Powell was instrumental in the beginning times, in the early times of the Beastie Boys, and he became an iconic photographer, sort of by mistake. Eric P., Angie, you look great, and Jen's new favorite phrase is born again fit. I didn't even know that was a phrase until he said it, so. But I do think of Jen often because I remember that she started running. You were like, well, my wife is a runner. When did that happen?
The deuce?
And we're going through the same thing because I can't believe I'm a runner either.
I'll give you something to run away from.
The Ricky Powell documentary, it's on Showtime. It's called The Individualist. And Ricky took some really iconic shots over the year. One of the most famous, or a bunch of them, are a Basquiat. And one is a Basquiat and Warhol just walking towards him.
By the way, guys, if you're not
familiar,
Jean-Baptiste Basquiat. And
Jean-Baptiste Basquiat
and Eddie Warhol,
and I think he had pictures of Keith Haring too, like the entire art world from the early 80s. But you know, you get to hear all about his life, and yes, he definitely
he was an
more than dabbled in some serious drugs. And then some not so serious drugs, and then back with more serious drugs. We didn't realize until I watched the end of it that he passed away last year, and
Mikey
I feel terrible about that.
Hey,
Josh is in the house.
Love to see you there, buddy boy. Love to see ya.
Joshua, we need some streaming X Night back.
Oh man, X Night
soon.
I need it streaming all over my face, Mike.
Oh, and Corin jumped over to Instagram. Is that better for you, Corin? We're just asking. So. Ricky Powell documentary, definitely worth your time. It's called The Individualist. Some of the talking heads in the documentary, Lawrence Fishburne, who Ricky and Larry go way back. Vin Diesel.
Yep.
Who's the kid? The kid from Ferris Bueller's Day Off when they're doing attendance and he goes, here!
Oh, yeah.
The redheaded dude. Why can't I think of his name? He's in like a bajillion movies.
Yeah, he's in Drugstore Cowboy.
Yeah.
Now
You'll figure it out. Max something. His name is Max.
Yeah, Max.
Something. He's in it. Natasha Lyonne. Is that her name?
Leon.
Yeah, she's in it. It's just, and of course, like Chuck D and Mike D is in it.
DMC's in it.
Yeah, DMC is in it, and what's his face? Fab Five Freddy. A lot of Fab Five Freddy. It's really good. We were pleasantly surprised. It looks like it's a super rinky production in the very beginning, but it gets going and it's good. Talk about music.
All right, we'll get to it.
What about that Boss Tones bomb? We will get to it. We just want to get through the rest of the stuff to watch, and then you guys can ask us whatever you want about the Boss Tones.
All right, so anyway, moving on. The Book of Boba Fett, the last episode was an awesome episode of The Mandalorian.
It's all Mandalorian,
So
but it's
good.
great and it's
So good.
Are they still catering to the nerds? Absolutely.
They
Are we here for it? Yes.
I think they have like a gateway, some sort of like a viewing lane into my dreams.
Lily is here. There's an Easter egg in this week's episode that goes all the way back to the very first Star Wars movie, which we know as A New Hope. Right. And if you catch it, we can totally be besties. Because I caught it and I screamed. I was like, do you know what that is? And you were like, oh, yeah, that's the... And
no,
then,
I wasn't like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was like...
We both at the same time realized what it was.
That's from the compactor.
And what,
like,
what it was used.
Thank you for adding so much value and love to my life.
That's not what happened at all. Nikki T, how come they're not allowed to take off their helmet? It's a creed. It's a code of honor. They don't do it.
Listen, much like being born again fit, they adhere to strict dogma. Mm-hmm. And that's how it is, Nikki T. All right?
Yep. So Nikki didn't recognize Amy Sedaris, which is fine because she's wearing that Ripley wig.
The fro.
She's hilarious, though. Isn't she awesome in
that
that
was
show?
Good.
She's so
that
good.
was just an awesome whole
and
segment.
the dark saber. I mean, everything was just...
Yeah, everything was great. They had something from every movie.
This is the way.
Yeah, it was the way to get me excited.
We rewatched the Hobbit trilogy.
Guys.
So much fun.
Thor and Oakenshield.
Not only did we do that, but we have would you say that's 5 foot by 4 foot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all of that.
Yeah. We have a 5 foot map of Middle Earth framed and in the living room. So we would pause the Hobbit trilogy and then line up and cross-reference where they were on their journey to pointing on the map because we are that level of nerdy. And it was super fun.
In other words, we have a 20 square foot map of Middle Earth in the living room. And that's the truth.
And we got to see where everything was. And Thorin Oakenshield, the actor who plays Thorin Oakenshield, is so much more handsome with the fake Hobbit dwarf nose that they put on him than him in actual real life. He's Angie so handsome in The Hobbit. Oh my God, he would have come up to like here on me, but... That would have been all right. We just finished watching the latest episode of Peacemaker. Chef's Kiss. It's still so good.
We're enjoying it.
Bellwitch. It's so much fun, and they do a deep dive into Hanaway Rocks this episode. There's so much great hair metal, like the good stuff. What up? Yes, Laura's here. I think that...
It is awesome, Lewis.
It's great. If you haven't checked out The Peacemaker, even if you're not really into superhero stuff or you think maybe John Cena doesn't have perfect comic timing, you're wrong. He does. And it's really super fun. So I would definitely watch it. When he's spouting
off the names. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's definitely worth your time.
Me.
And they also had Dogs d'Amour in this episode. My buddy Rob Watts schooled me in all that hair metal stuff in the 90s. And not like the Poison hair metal, like the real stuff. And Hanaway Rocks got like total props this episode, so that was a lot of fun. What else have you been watching, Dave?
I don't watch things.
Yeah, Hanaway Rocks was one of the first glam hair metal bands, and they were from
Okay, are you woman-splaining this to me right now?
No, Lewis was just talking about Hanaway Rocks. And I actually went to go see the lead singer at Axis when he had his solo record out, Michael Monroe. And he just said things that were weird. You've been watching Star Wars Rebels because you're trying to
Okay, look, I've been watching Star Wars Rebels, guys. It's way better than Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Oh, your brother's going to fight you on that.
In my humble opinion.
Your brother is going to be pissed.
I can feel the vapors. Yeah, it really ties everything together. The characters are... I mean, when you've got an arc with Darth Maul as the main character... I mean, Vader's in it, and it's like gnarly, but it's Vader before...
It's hard for me to watch all the animation stuff.
It's really good.
I'm sorry.
It is. It's well done. I didn't like it. I didn't like it the first go around, but now that I'm looking at it with the...
Well, I mean, now that we know that Dave Filoni is at the helm here, and he has his hands in all of those pies,
It
that
really
he's
is like a
connecting
fabric.
things together, so you kind of being forced to watch
it's like
it.
a fabric.
Yeah,
that-
Jim Gilbert, like a good area rug.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, that's it.
It ties it all together, Jim.
Captain Assa says, Rebels, I love that show, but I don't know, man. Just season 7 of Clone Wars alone was amazing. Oh, Paycheck Maxwell, also here.
I guess I gotta watch everything because the Rebels just had an episode with Captain Rex
Okay.
and the Separatist droids, the droid army. It was pretty cool.
Now, Nikki T brought up that, and Just Like That, which is the Sex and the City reboot, sequel, whatever you want to call it, was really good this week, and it was. But there's a scene with Mario Cantone's character, Anthony, that is the funniest thing. I literally did a spit take, and if you never watched the show, I understand, but if you... Mario Cantone is bringing that sort of Samantha vibe to it, and he's just so funny and so much fun to watch. He just slayed this episode. It was great.
Maxwell.
I already said hi to her. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So listen, who's missing Downton Abbey? I know, like, Dave's like a kind of a secret Downton Abbey fan. He doesn't like to admit that in public. But let me tell you, the guy who created Downton Abbey just came out with a new show on HBO Max. It's called The Gilded Age, and it's around the same time, but it's in New York.
What's this guy's name? Is it Fred Downton? Or?
No.
He made Downton Abbey.
His name is not Fred Downton. No.
Larry Downton?
And I gotta tell you, I like it so far, a lot. And the chick who plays Miranda in Sex and the City and Just Like That plays one of the old money spinsters, if you will, in a Gilded Age. So I'm curious if any of you guys are watching it. Nikki T says Mario is from Stoneham, but he doesn't hang out here. No, he does not.
And he doesn't admit it either.
I saw Mario Cantone upstairs at the Kowloon Kid, late 80s. Thank you very much.
That's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Stoneham.
Right. But he always funny, always a good time. Totally love that guy. So we discovered that we like the show Ghosts on CBS. So now we're officially 80 years old.
We admitted to it last week.
Publicly. And then we found out through Mark Hamill, thank you very much.
And who would have thought it?
That Ghosts was a British show, is still a British show, like
So
3
weird.
or 4 seasons in.
I mean,
and I'm
what
like,
other shows have ever done that?
okay, so every show so far that's a remake of a British show, we've liked the British version better.
Right.
So I assume this was going to be the same?
No.
No.
We prefer the American version.
We actually like the American version better.
Yeah.
Nobody's more shocked than we are. Nikki T
I think
had
a lot of it has to do with the foppish...
yeah, they do
the
play on
general
some of the
there.
characters, and the very I don't know. He's a dandy, is what he is.
He's in Washington's Colonial Army or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like a general.
But he's great. It's super fun to watch. Snowpiercer, new episodes are out. We have not watched it yet because we've been super duper busy. And Ozarks, we haven't started yet either. I know.
And once we get started on it, I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, probably not. There's a new A&M documentary out.
Did we talk about this last week?
We may have, but we finished it.
Because this goes right into
the first episode.
This goes right into the music I've been listening to.
Yeah, guess what Dave's been listening to, guys?
Guys, Brazil 66.
Ooh, la-di-da.
Opa, opa, opa.
Which is great, and we even listened to some Herb Albert, who's the A in A&M Records.
Yep.
But it's definitely worth your time. It's a good documentary.
At least the first episode.
The first episode is split into 2 parts.
Quick.
There's
they don't
a lot
spend enough time on the police.
They definitely don't spend enough time on the police, but they do the Go-Go's police and then the Sting solo years. But there's huge chunks missing from the A&M story, for sure. Joshua says that Ozark is like crack and I don't watch anything. Interesting. Hey, Maureen is here. Rudy in the house. So we've been listening to that kind of music because of the A&M documentary.
Oh, yeah.
And
The Lonely Bull.
Nikki T, I went to Mario's stand-up with this gal who, she's doing a big story, and I can't read it this far away. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, Captain Asshat have brought up the Boss Tones. We have 5 minutes left in the show. I just want to say that this is the first time I'm addressing anything publicly, so I'm going to tread very lightly here because they're like family, and I can't say enough good things about all of them. And every year at the Throwdown, it's a family reunion, and nothing but love for everybody. But the circumstances that are going on right now and why they have decided to call it quits makes my heart hurt.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
That's all I can really say about that. If anybody's watching in secret right now, Ben, Joe, Vegas, Tim, Joe Sorois, Nate, all of you guys,
yeah, we love you guys.
We love you so much, and we hope that everything, we hope to see everybody again someday.
That uncle you
that
love.
Would be nice.
You just can't invite him to Christmas.
Everybody's really sad, and there's it's like a thread, and you're going to pull on it, and the sweater's going to unravel, and there's a lot going on there. So I'm super bummed.
Well, I should have known that there was something going on when they didn't throw the Rumble for my birthday this year.
The Rumble or the Throwdown? You're wearing a Rumble shirt.
I'm sorry.
It's a totally different thing. That's the thing.
I want music.
Dave and the Boss Tones were also super integral Pockers here. The Boss Tones were also a huge part of the beginning of our dating because we found out that we were huge Boss Tones fans, but Dave had never had an opportunity to go see them because he was busy doing the dad thing with 3 boys.
Yeah.
So his birthday's December 27th. So once that we established that every year we would go to the Throwdown to celebrate his birthday. And I know I tell this story all the time, but it's a good story. So it's the first time, and I'm bringing my new boyfriend to meet the family, if you will. And everything's going great. Everybody's getting along. Nobody's embarrassing anybody. It's all
Meaning
all
I'm
good.
not embarrassing her.
And then all of a sudden, the Boss Tones come out on stage, and Dave starts singing along to every song. But he's singing along in the voice of Dickie Barrett. You were such a great mimic, and the blood drained out of my face, and I was like, what is he doing?
She's
my new boyfriend, who I'm totally swoony over, is imitating Dickie and singing while Dickie's singing. I was just it was too much for me. My head exploded. But now I think it's adorable.
But hey, did I sound like him?
Yeah, you did.
Right.
Lots of scuttlebutt about the Boss Tone stuff, and we just want to spread nothing but love. So. And that my heart hurts about all of it. Captain Asshat says, thank you for the tickets to Crankin' and Skanking Fest. That gave me an opportunity to meet and become friends and hang out with Jack Hanlon from the Amazing Royal Clowns. That is awesome. I almost wore my Amazing Royal Crowns, or Amazing Crowns Still Royal to the Loyal t-shirt tonight, actually. That's funny that you say that. I don't really want to accept that it's over and we're never going to be able to get together and watch that band perform again. But again,
it's just that feeling.
I've had a pit in my stomach for a couple days. I knew stuff was going on behind the scenes, but never did I think that it was going to end in a very brief post on the socials. Yeah. It's just everybody's hurting. It's awful, and like I said, we just want to throw lots of love to everybody. So, last but not least, we talk about what to watch, what to listen to, and what to eat, make or bake. The our version of beef stroganoff is back on the menu.
Very good.
We don't use noodles. We use cabbage ribbons. So we just slice cabbage really thin.
Yep.
You sort of steam it, and then you cook off the water and let it caramelize a little, and
it's fantastic.
And we do it with lean hamburger meat. So
a lot of ground chicken going on.
Oh my God, so much ground chicken. I'm going to try my hand at some ground chicken sliders this weekend, and I'll keep you guys posted about that.
Now, I do want to mention Blue Bunny. I always kind of look down on Blue Bunny.
Yeah, they're kind of like an off-brand, like an RC Cola of mini ice cream
never looked down on RC Cola. Hello.
RC Cola was huge.
But anyway, guys, before we go, Blue Bunny, they make mini cones that are strawberry.
They're this big. They're all different flavors, but the strawberry shortcake flavor.
They're ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Find them. Send them to me.
Yeah. The thing about a mini cone is like it's a little treat and it's great. I know it's 8 o'clock. We gotta think
guys, listen. We got a storm bearing down on us apparently.
Everybody stay safe.
Please be safe.
And we love you. Hit up that Venmo tip jar if you have the means, and if you don't, we love you anyway. It doesn't matter. It's so funny. Lewis Warren says the sugar-free Blue Bunny stuff will go right through you. Thank you for the warning, Lewis.
That's
and
why
that's how we're going to end the show. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We will see you next Friday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we promise to watch some of the things that we haven't watched. We love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Good night, guys.
Stay
safe.
Have a good week. And I'm going to shut that off. Yes, I'm going to end it now. And then I'm going to end the show. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.